Hello, everyone. It's Shane Conto, your Wasteland reviewer, and welcome to the Streaming Wasteland here on the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. And this is my weekly show where each Friday I choose a streaming service and tell you about three previously released films that you should go check out. And hopefully, by the end of this episode, you'll have a whole weekend's worth of movies to go check out. And this is actually very fitting for the first weekend of October. I'm covering AMC Plus, aka what includes Shudder. And it is spooky season as it is the month of Halloween. So figured I'd be going in that direction, but still giving you a bit of variety in the types of films. And we're going to turn things back all the way to 1935 with one of the most famous sequels in film, Bride of Frankenstein. And this Universal horror film from director James Whale does indeed star Boris Karloff as the monster, Elsa Lanchester as the bride monster, Colin Clive as Henry Frankenstein, and we have Ernest Thesiger as Dr. Pretorius, who is a strange, mysterious mad scientist that winds up trying to drag Henry Frankenstein back into the creature creating game. There's this whole entire sequence in this film that feels so out of left field, but so cool with all these miniature human beings and stuff like that. And the special effects that they had to make this work in 1935 is just off the charts. Clive gives another strong performance with this conflicted feeling. We get to hear Boris Karloff actually speak as the monster and has a lot more depth to the character this time around and it feeling a little bit more like the actual Frankenstein creation like from the book. And you have the whole great sequence with the monster meeting this blind man that Gene Hackman played in Young Frankenstein. And the bride is such an iconic character on herself, but like doesn't even pop up until like the last 15 minutes of this movie. But when she does, she certainly makes an impact. This has an incredible climax that is thrilling, emotional, has all of those elements. And this film is only an hour and 15 minutes. It's a lean, mean horror flick that just has some inventive elements, some great sci-fi elements, some great horror elements, and has a great cast that really ties this all together. A lot of people think this is the Frankenstein film, even stronger than the first one. And honestly, I wouldn't put too much argument with that. But this is a fascinating sequel that is certainly worth your time. Next up, we're going to jump to the 90s. And not just that, we're going to shift on over from the United States and UK over to Japan for Ringu or The Ring. And this film, of course, became so popular in the late 90s, remade in the early 2000s by Gore Verbinski. And this film tells the story of when her niece is found dead along with three friends after viewing a supposedly cursed videotape. Reporter Raiko sets out to investigate. She finds the tape, watches it, and receives a phone call informing her that she'll die in a week. And this became such a cultural phenomenon. Hideo Nakata creates such an intense and stylistic looking film that has a very specific atmosphere and vibe. Anytime that they show this young woman coming out from the screen and the way it's shot through her wet hair and her eyeballs, it's terrifying. It's so unnerving in so many different ways. This film has such creepy and impactful imagery that just really nails it. And Nanako Matsushima, who plays Raiko, gives such a strong central anchoring performance in this film that really takes you through the film in such an impressive way. You even have a much younger Hiroki Sanada who is in the film as well, who makes quite the impact. This film is full of mystery, twists and turns, horrific imagery, so much tension and suspense, and just an unnerving nature. It's so fascinating. And no surprise that this film was remade and turned into this massive cultural touchstone for so many people. It's has such a crazy and memorable and creative premise, and just the horror elements are so effective throughout this. The music, all of it just comes together, building this horrific atmosphere. And there's plenty of other films apparently in this series that I certainly have not ventured out to explore quite yet. But this Japanese horror film really opens the door for you should really check out a lot of Japanese horror. They're terrifying and so creative. Speaking of creative, let's go to the UK. The last film I'm going to talk about this week is 2017's Anna and the Apocalypse. And I'm trying to expand out to some films that maybe are a little bit less than 10 years old, but still before the pandemic, so they still feel like a whole life before. But this film from 2017 is interesting because it is a Christmas zombie musical. The songs are so catchy and engaging. The performances are so fantastic. Ella Hunt, I am such a huge fan of. She has really made an impact between this and the show Dickinson, where she plays Emily Dickinson's best friend slash Will They Won't They Lover. She played Gilda Radner in Saturday Night. Ella Hunt just carries this movie with so much charisma. She does a great job singing. The group of friends, Malcolm Cumming and everybody else in John McPhail's film, they are so charming and fun, and they're an engaging group of characters to follow on this crazy journey with. And this has great musical numbers. It has all of the elements that you want out of a zombie flick. It has some fun humor thrown in there as well. And you have some strong supporting character work from like Mark Benton and Paul Kay, who plays Anna's father and also the principal of the school, who he's completely unhinged in this for sure and a lot of fun. This film is so charming, has so much personality. The musical numbers are great. I listen to them regularly, and like I saw this in theaters. This has been stuck in my head for years, and this is a little gem that I just want more people to go check out. It's such a unique film because whoever would have thought to make a Christmas zombie musical, but it works and it's a blast and it's very British. They are all so very British. But that is a wrap here on this week's The Streaming Wasteland. But let's do some summation here for AMC Plus all through Shudder. We have 1935 Bride of Frankenstein. We have 1998's Ringu. And we have 2017's Anna and the Apocalypse. But thank you for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and share on this episode. What's your favorite of those Universal horror flicks? What's your favorite international horror? And what's your favorite cool mashup of genres that just so unexpectedly, like, is it a fun horror musical or something like that? Make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. The SPM Crew Podcasting Network is ever expanding. We have so many great shows with a variety of different interests that you'll most certainly find one that piques your fancy, especially if you love movies. We've got plenty of those. And if you want to join the crew, reach out to us on our website if you want to be a guest on one of these shows or start your own podcast. And if you like our logo, check out HiFlyer Creative for all your digital marketing needs. But most importantly, thank you as always for tuning in and supporting the Streaming Wasteland here on the SPM Crew Podcasting Network.